special meeting of County Council to order. First item on our agenda is an executive session. Part A, economic development matters. Discussion of matters related to Project N pursuant to South Carolina Code of Laws, Section 30-4-70A5. Part B, personal matters. Discussion of matters related to the employment, appointment, and compensation of employees within county administration pursuant to South Carolina Code of Laws, Section 30-4-70A1. Do I have a motion to go into executive session? Motion by Councilman Reeder, second by Councilman Fulmer. Any discussion? All in favor? It is unanimous. We will go into executive session. by Councilman Smith, second by Vice Chair Cease. Any discussion? All in favor? It is unanimous. We are out of executive session. All right, last item. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Yes.
Motion by Councilman Johnson, second by Councilman Reeder. Any discussion? All in favor? It is unanimous. We are adjourned for 3 minutes. Regular meeting of Newberry County Council to order. First item is invocation and pledge of allegiance by Honorable Johnny Mack Scurry. Council.
Will you bow our heads, please? Father God, we come to our thank you for life, health, and strength. And God, give us, create us a good mind to go forward on. A clean heart, God, let us be fruitful, very fruitful, God, in our county council session. In the sweet name of Jesus Christ, may we say together, amen.
Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank everyone for coming out tonight. I have a part in county business, very important. First item on the agenda is the adoption of the consent agenda. A, Newberry County Council work session minutes, November 5th, 2025. B, Newberry County Council meeting minutes, November 5th, 2025. Do I have a motion to accept the agenda?
I'll make a motion with any necessary corrections.
Motion by Councilman Reeder, second by Councilman Scurry. Any discussion? All in favor? It is unanimous. Are there any additions or deletions to the agenda? Hearing none, do I have a motion to adopt the agenda as presented?
I'll make that
Motion
motion.
by Vice Chair, second by Councilman Johnson. Any discussion? All in favor? It is unanimous. Item number 3, public appearance, Newberry Soil and Water Conservation District, the Honorable Mr. Doug Hyatt. Old friend.
Old friend. All friends. It's good to see. In fact, let's see, 4 of you were at our banquet this past week, so we appreciate that a lot.
Thank you.
First of all, I'd like to thank you for your continued support financially and personally for everything that we're doing in the district. Means a lot to us. We get a lot of programs, a lot of kids involved, and work with a lot of urbanites and farmers, so we appreciate everything you do for us. Krista had to work remotely from home for 43 days while the government shut down because since she works in the NRCS office at the federal building, she was not allowed to go in there, so we're just thankful she was a self-motivated employee to get things done even while she didn't have access to all her equipment in the building, so we appreciate everything Krista did during the shutdown. A few of the things that we've done since the past quarter, and we try to come every quarter to update you on what we're doing. We had a $1,500 mini grant for the Messiest Yard program this past quarter, and we had 2 winners, one from Newberry and one from Pomeria. We hired a local contractor to cut down some more trees from Hurricane Helene from last year and mowed, trimmed, edged, weed-eated, and planted native species in this person's yard to make it more presentable. And the second one was a place in Pomeria that had 3 acres. The lady just could not get to it, and we bush hogged 3 acres for her. And so that grant was worth $1,500, so we're planning on doing that again next year. And as I mentioned, this past Thursday, we had our annual awards affiliate banquet. We had approximately 60 in attendance, and we were glad to have 4 of our county councilmen there. Meant a lot to see you there. In fact, Mr. Smith won the grand prize. He won an ice cream churn.
Appreciate it.
We expect some ice cream.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you
Looking
go.
forward to it.
We give out 2 major awards at our banquet. The first one is the Friends of Conservation. This year, Jackie Holmes from City Council won it. That's a woman that never stops. I don't see how she gets everything done. And then our second award is the Willie B. Peace Award, which has been given out since 1961. And this year's winner was Michael Daly of Chapels. He owns 144 acres of forest land, and he does the prescribed burning, ditch work and stuff to keep it from erosion. So he was also very involved after Hurricane Helene, going around helping people clean up, both in Newberry and Greenwood counties. And then Brooke Myers, who's with the South Carolina DNR, spoke and gave us an update on all the conservation programs that are being offered through the state with their upgrades for employees helping our districts. Krista also participated in the Library Career Day over the past few weeks. These 3 local high schools gave students from grades 9 through 12 an opportunity to ask questions on a variety of jobs in our county. They got a real picture of daily activities to help them choose their career options in their future, mainly with soil and water. The opportunities going to school for that. And then we also held a paper shred event this past week with Newberry Electric at their site. And Saturday was National America Recycling Days. We had great participation, collecting over 60 gallon loads of paper, saving our landfills. This is approximately 6,500 pounds of paper was recycled. So the women of Women in Electrification collected canned goods for the local food bank, Feed Thy Neighbor, and filled an SUV full of canned goods. So thank you, Nick, for everything they did out there.
Awesome event. We're glad to help with it.
And lastly, I don't know how many of you have been by our office on Kendall Road, but Krista received a mobile education grant to bring a big mobile lab in, and she's starting to use it at various events around the county. And her next big event is Firm Composting with Newberry Academy. And Firm Composting is worms. So she's going to have a worm day with about 60 children in grades 1st through 5th grade. So if any of you want to get your hands dirty and help a bunch of little kids, you're welcome to come.
I think I'm busy that day.
Y'all have any questions or anything that you've seen that we can do better out in the county or more exposure?
No, I just appreciate what y'all do, especially keeping Newberry clean, and as well as making sure that our students are kept busy during the school year as well as during the summertime.
Yeah, Krista gets in the classroom quite a bit. In fact, she was in there this fall too, doing some lab lessons in 3rd graders, I believe it was. Plus, she does a reading hour with these kids, and she likes that. So, Krista stays busy. We're very blessed to have her. So if you see her out and about, just tell her thank you.
Outstanding job,
Yes.
all of you.
Thank you.
I had the opportunity to be with Miss Christopher a little bit this weekend.
Oh, you got educated,
I
didn't you?
got, she didn't give me time to talk to her much. She had been working.
Thank you.
Thank y'all so much. Always good to hear good information. Item number 4, ordinance number 11-01-2025, an ordinance to amend the text of the official zoning ordinance of Newberry County, South Carolina, as codified in Chapter 153 of the Code of Ordinances of Newberry County, South Carolina, to establish new landscape, buffer, and open space requirements. This is the public hearing. No one signed up for the public hearing? Okay. Then we will declare the public hearing open and closed. Do I have a motion this be second reading? Motion by Councilman Smith, second by Councilman Scurry. Any discussion? All in favor? It is unanimous. Item number 5, ordinance 11-02-2025, an ordinance adopting the requirements of the South Carolina Local Government Development Agreement Act, creating uniform requirements for the execution and delivery of development agreements by Newberry County Council and other related matters. This is also the public hearing. I will now declare the public hearing open. Mr. Tyler Johnson. Just keep in mind, we have 5 minutes.
All right, I won't use them up all, I know y'all's time's valuable. Let's say Tyler Johnson, 995 Henderson Court. I want to thank council for looking at this because I think it's monumental for the county. It will help offset the cost for the existing taxpayers. I just ask that we look at that development fee and look at increasing it higher. I mean, we look at other counties as already, I've seen some all the way up to $40,000. We need to keep in mind that a lot of these infrastructure that will be required after these developments are caused by these developments, not by the existing taxpayers. So they should be the ones to burden the entire cost of those projects, not the existing taxpayer citizens. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Ms. Alicia Huffstetler.
You're getting better at reading my signature. I'm impressed.
I know it by heart.
Okay, so I am in agreement with what he said about the development fees. I want to remind you guys that a new fire or EMS truck is like multiple lots. Okay? And so if you have a 200 home subdivision and you have $10,000 per house fee, which is lower than $40,000, by the way. Common knowledge there. So, and you can get, that is $2 million for you guys to add a fire truck, I don't know, staffing, EMS, more police, or something, or road, or something. If you have a 300 house development, that is $3 million. And really, what is $10,000 on a $250,000 house? I don't math well, so I can't figure out the percentage. That's beyond my writing ability there. So I'm a writer, not a mathematician. But what is $10,000 on a $300,000 house? Or $400,000 house? So a development fee of $10,000 or more per house is going to help the county supply the needs for the infrastructure needs for these extra developments. And I encourage y'all to really ponder that because $10,000 is really low. 20, 30, 40 sounds really good to me. So 10 is a good place to start to think because you are going to need more fire, more EMS, and more police. And you're going to need some help with the roads. And y'all could do an ordinance to say it goes straight to there. So that's my encouragement to you guys. And I'm sorry I wasn't here last meeting, I missed it.
We missed you.
Yes. So that's my encouragement. Think about $10,000 and $2 million for an awesome EMS or policeman for you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Hostetler. All right, that's the only ones we had signed up for the public hearing, so I will declare the public hearing closed. Do I have a motion this be second reading? Motion by Councilman Johnson, second by Councilman Reader. Any discussion?
Yes, sir, I do have a brief bit of discussion. It was brought up at the last meeting about the fee and not impacting the schools. And so I've done a lot of thought about that, had some discussions along the way. All of us have heard about that. And so I think first thing is important for us to understand that this fee is not locked forever. This is going to be visited every year. And so we're going to have an opportunity to adjust that as we need to. But I think going into the next year, when we look at our budget for the upcoming year, I'd like to challenge staff to work with the school district and find out what their anticipated cost associated with that would be there, and us work with them to apply not just the county portion of a rooftop tax, but also get something going to the school district to address their needs as well. So I'm fine with it for there because, I mean, we're in a short window. We'll be first reading budget in April. So I'm fine with it as it is for now. But I'd like for next year's budget for that to be a part of what we consider. And I think from talking to some of you, you all like that idea as well, so.
Will do.
Any further discussion? All in favor? It is unanimous. All right, item number 7.
6.
Oh, 6, excuse me, 6. Ordinance 11-03-2025, an ordinance authorizing the County of Newberry by Newberry County Council to enter into an option and purchase agreement to evaluate the sale of real property to be determined through negotiations of all purchase terms and conditions for economic development purposes with Project Altair. This is the second reading. Public hearing. I skipped that. This is the public hearing. You always got me, Andrew. I will now declare the public hearing open and call forth, looks like it's Tyler Johnson.
It's not really any comments on the project. It was just hopefully we get some clarification about what this actually does. My understanding is this just begins the process. There's no finality. It doesn't do anything. That's why I just ask exactly what does this process begin? And just see if y'all would, during discussion, hopefully go over that. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Tyler. All right, no one else signed up for public hearing. I will declare the public hearing to be closed. Do you have any explanation going further, Mr. Shacker?
Yes, sir. Like Mr. Johnson just mentioned in his comments, this starts the process and enables the prospect to conduct some of the due diligence they need to conduct, and also one of those important pieces is a infrastructure study, related to power capacity.
Correct.
In that, for that property. So
Cannot have anything done until you have a on the property or option on the property. You can't get this looked at until you have something.
that's right.
So, all right. Do I have a motion this be second reading? Motion by Councilman Smith, second by Vice Chair Cease. Any further discussion? All in favor? It is unanimous. All right. Item number 7, I will turn over to Vice Chair as I am a party to the part of this, so I will recuse myself.
I as well recuse myself from this as part of the principal members.
Thank you, sir.
Turn that in.
Thank you, sir.
All right, item number 7, ordinance 11-04-2025, ordinance to enter into agreement between Newberry Electric Co-op Incorporated and Newberry County to exchange properties known as tax map 576-11 for a portion of the property known as tax map 576-12 as described full herein. This is the public hearing. Anybody signed up for the public hearing? I declare the public hearing open. Tyler Johnson has signed up for the public hearing.
Thank you. Just looking over this, I just wanted to bring some awareness to the optics of it, because we're looking at a 5.11 swap to basically doubling it. These are county-owned properties. I do understand that it brings value, but I want to make sure that we're getting the max value out of our, what would we call them, investments from the county. And I was just curious if there were any improvements on the land that was previously owned by the co-op, what they currently own, to explain the increase in the reassessment value where no other properties in the industrial park saw any increases or either had slight decreases, but with the increase after reassessment, it brought it to almost an even swap, where prior to reassessment, they were basically even per acre values. And I was just gonna bring that to the attention. Thank you.
Thank you. Since no one else has signed up, I now declare the public hearing closed. Do I have a motion for second reading?
I make that motion.
Motion by Councilman Johnson, second by second by Councilman Scurry.
Read.
Read. So, all in favor? Any discussion first? Any discussion? Hearing none? All in favor? Passes unanimous of the council members present voting.
Vice Chair?
Down to item 8.
All right, thank you so much. Let's finish if you want.
Now you can go ahead.
All right. All right, item number 8, resolution number 06-25, an inducement resolution committing to negotiate a fee in lieu of tax agreement between Newberry County and Duke Energy Carolinas LLC, identifying the project and other related matters. Mr. Shocker, you got any?
Yes, sir. I mean, this is actually an existing fee, and this amounts to resetting the clock on the investment window for the project. It's was previously approved by council. It's a project in the Silver Street area involving solar, and it's a 30-year fee deal. And the basis for the payment of the fee is the rated capacity in megawatts of the proposed facility.
And we've already done this with one other one.
It's the same terms, it's just
Correct.
new dates. Yeah.
Do I have a motion to accept the resolution as read? Motion by Councilman Johnson, second by Councilman Fulmer. Any discussion? All in favor? It is unanimous. Item number 9, ordinance number 11-05-2025, an ordinance authorizing the execution and delivery of a fee agreement by and between Newberry County, South Carolina, and Duke Energy Carolinas LLC, providing for payment of fee in lieu of taxes, providing special source revenue credits, and addressing other matters thereto. This is the first reading. We've had the explanation. Do we have a motion this be first reading? Motion by Councilman Reader, second by Councilman Johnson. Any discussion? All in favor? It is unanimous. Item number 10, consideration and approval of a bid for Prosperity Park Improvements, a 2022 CPST project, bid number 2025-17.
Yes, sir. This is one of our 12 capital project sales tax projects. These are park improvements in the town of Prosperity. It was the third project listed on the ballot. We do have construction bids in, and you'll notice that the low bid was provided by First Class Construction. Unfortunately, the way we structured it was a base bid and 3 alternates, and it just gives you a little bit of flexibility when there's uncertainty as to whether or not the bid will be within budget. And, with the capital project sales tax, there is a set amount or a finite amount of revenue that's available from the sales tax for these projects. And so what staff would recommend is that you would accept the base bid and alternates 1 and 2, but decline alternate 3 for a lack of available funding to fully fund that alternate. And so this would be improvements to the park at North Main, across from the grocery store, the town center, which is behind Town Hall, and then Langford Street Park. And the 2 alternates that are broke out that we would recommend y'all approving is asphalt paving of the parking lots. There was a thought that we might not be able to afford that. So we had built into the design the ability to do it with crush run. So, but the paving can be funded.
Very good. All right, do I have a motion to consider the bid, approve the bid? Motion by,
How was,
I make a motion with the corrections, with the necessary corrections.
I just had a question before we get that. Was the motion already made? No. Am I too late?
nope.
Okay. And was this RFP review? How was this bid awarded, please?
This was a bid, so it was sealed bid.
Okay, all right, and we're going with the lowest bid?
We are, yes,
Okay,
sir.
Thank you so much.
That's the corrections.
All right, we have a motion with the corrections being made. Do I have a second? Second by Councilman Smith. Any further discussion?
I would just, for those of you who don't know, to bid it with the add-ons as part of the bid is the best way in the world to do business, because if you ever give them the bid and then start trying to change the contract, they've already got the bid, and so you basically become a hostage at that point. So I commend whoever put that together to do those add-ons, because they're a lot more likely to have a sharp pencil during the bid process than later. So
With
and
value
I
engineered,
hope
yeah.
that is a continual way that we'll do business, because it's a very smart way to do business.
Will do, we will.
Very good. Any further discussion? All in favor? It is unanimous. Item number 11, county council may take action of matters discussed during the executive session of the 5 p.m. meeting. No action was taken. Appointments. Mr. Vice Chair, I think you might have an appointment.
Yes, I have one appointment for the Upper Savannah Workforce Development Board. So Newberry County falls into our workforce developments in the Upper Savannah COG, and our other items like infrastructure and Council on Aging fall into Central Midlands, which I'm a member of. So we have a recommendation for Chris Milstead to take that board position up in the Savannah area.
We have a motion that we accept Chris Milstead for the, have a motion by Councilman Johnson, second by Councilman Smith. Any discussion? All in favor? It is unanimous. Public comments. All right, no one has signed up for public comments. Comments from our county administrator.
Yes, sir. Well, I just want to thank y'all for awarding that bid for Prosperity. We'll try to get that project under contract as quickly as possible and underway. Good progress is being made on those projects in Little Mountain, Pomeria, Whitmire. Whitmire is actually nearing completion. We will have that one completed before the end of the year. Pomeria is not far behind, so that's been good. I know also that the heating and air component of the museum project is actually underway now. They did a lot of the demo the first part of this week, taking the old units out. There's inside-outside work, associated with that. So we'll get those replacement units in, and I believe and I should have checked the website before tonight's meeting, I believe we have the bid posted for the roof, which is the second component, the second half of the museum project, which is very good. And then, I think we mentioned the Safe Streets for All project, which is that planning project for transportation improvements and road improvements. We'll have a recommendation for y'all at the next meeting for the award of that contract. That would be for the design work. There's a lot going on. So financial software, I don't think we've mentioned that one lately. So the target is the end of the calendar year for the integration to be done, and then of course we'll have training that will go on after the first of the year, because it's an enterprise-wide solution, so it's not just your finance staff that are using the software. There's some level of use among many of our senior level positions in the county, so a lot of that will happen after the first of the year. So there's good progress being made
We're still
on
on
that
our
project as
timeline,
well.
It's still within our timeline, so that's okay.
That's right.
All right, very good. All right, comments from any council member?
Just real briefly, I think everybody knows I'm the representative from council to the Capital City Lake Murray Country Tourism. And they do a lot for Newberry County. One of the things that came up in our last meeting was that other counties are charging for short-term rentals, the Airbnbs and those kind of things. And so they were actually able to run some research for us, and I sent it to a couple of you. We're already working on an ordinance to kind of regulate those because of how many problems we've had with those. But in Newberry County, year before last, $12 million was spent on short-term rentals. My mind was just blown. They were able to do some research on that, and so I think that we make our hotels and other people pay fees associated with that, and so I think that as we develop our ordinance, that should be somewhere that we look at as well, because that's a lot of money flowing through this county.
Probably a lot of them on Lake Murray, too.
Yes, I would say so. So I just want to say, we're not ready for it yet. Some people had asked for that. It's been a work in progress, but I do think, at first I thought my mind was just blown by that amount. If you'd have told me that without seeing the data, I'm not sure I would have believed you, but I do think we need to look at that also, because it seems almost unfair to charge hotels and everybody else and not charge $12 million coming to our county.
Concur. Any other council member have anything to offer?
I just wanted to say, I'm not sure if everybody's aware that the Christmas parade is this Saturday. I just recently found out it's Saturday at 5:30, so please spread the word.
It snuck up on me, and I'll be out of town. All right, I do have a few comments. I don't know, most of you may know that Mr. Shacker is going to be retiring here in the near future. We are in the interview process now, and it is going well. We will keep you updated as we can. Do appreciate all of you coming out tonight, participating in government.
Also want to introduce everybody to our new superintendent, Dr. Anderson. He's here.
I didn't recognize it. I'm sorry.
So that way,
I didn't recognize you.
Please go and introduce yourselves and let him know who you are.
Yes, please. And glad to have you. Thank you for being here. All right. Anyone else? All right. Future meetings. Thanksgiving holiday, November 27th through 28th. The offices are closed. Newberry County Economic Development Committee, December 1st at 5 p.m. Newberry County Finance Committee, December 8th at 5 p.m. has been canceled. Newberry County Council Work Session, December 17th at 5 p.m. Newberry County Council, December 17th at 6 p.m. Christmas holiday, December 24th through 26th. Offices closed. I can't believe it's here.
I know.
New Year's Day holiday, January 1st, 2026. Offices closed. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Motion by Councilman Johnson. Do I have a second? Second by Councilman Smith. All in favor? It is unanimous. We are adjourned.